This is Inside the Strap. God damn it!
Sorry, there's a bit of a delay. Welcome everyone today to another episode 3 of Inside the Strap podcast, where we talk about the top 8 event that happened in the weekend between Fresh Meat and Wellington top 8. Today we have the referee Ace. We will talk about his POV refereeing the event, his Pong Eye view. Um, the Bung Eye view. And we also have Kieran, who is the president of Wellington Club, who organized the event, and we'll be talking about that also. Um, yeah, let's just introduce yourselves, Ben, starting with you.
Okay, cool. Kia ora, everyone. Now that everyone's getting used to my face, so it's the third time. No, third one. But everyone knows.
Oh,
Oh, did he cut out? Did he?
He just dropped out.
I'm still there. Can you guys see me?
He dropped out for a second.
Maybe we do the introduction the other way so I don't cut out.
All right. We'll start with Ace. Ace, the head ref.
Yeah.
Let's go, Ace.
yo, cheer everyone. My name's Ace. And yeah, I just got dragged into reffing, but I think I'm actually enjoying it. So yeah,
It's just calling.
I think so, bro. yeah.
And let's go with Kieran. Kieran.
Yeah. So the question was, how is this the introduction?
Yeah, introduction. Yeah, just let people know who you are and whatnot.
Yeah. As Charles was saying, I'm just gonna correct Charles, but don't want my head to get too big. I'm just a club coordinator, and that's just genuinely what I do. I coordinate events and make sure the club, gets a bit of funding for stuff like this that just happened on the weekend. That's kind of how the club will carry themselves. So that's my position in the club, and you're heading into 4 years, enjoying it. It's a lot to learn. Definitely, definitely an experience that I didn't think I'll be still in at this point in time. So yes, looking forward to have a yarn about this event on the weekend. Absolutely, show smacker. So yeah, thanks for having me on the podcast. Appreciate it.
Good. Also, if you guys didn't know, before Ace was a ref, he was actually a formal top 8 in my club. Due to something, he's our main ref. So I'm actually glad that I get to still travel with him and do these events with him, even though he's not in top 8, but as a ref. So I'll just put it out there.
Yeah.
You got to say, Ben? Is Ben still
Well,
there?
I can. I might as well carry on with my introduction because I don't want it to cut. I shouldn't cut out, but I think it's just a little bit of a delay, and I think that's going to be a part of this platform just for the meantime, anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and introduce myself again. So, got everyone again. My name's Benjamin Jordan Jean Tahini. Let's get the whole full name there. So I'm also a part of the Wellington Arm Wrestling Club, and I've also been doing arm wrestling as well for 7 years, and I love every aspect of it. And not only that, also a host with Charles doing a collaboration. So yeah, welcome in everyone.
Awesome. Okay. How we always start the podcast off, let's do our icebreaker, highs and lows. And always choose my club members first. So, Ace, let's see your highs and lows.
Man, there wasn't really no lows at all for me. This trip really, everything was a high, positive, good vibes, friendly, family vibes. Yeah, all highs for me, no lows.
Moving on to Kieran.
I like to back up the brother there. It's definitely a lot of highs. I can't bring myself to think of any negative feedback from that day. So definitely, yeah, it's a positive feedback in my opinion. All highs.
All highs.
I wish the only down low I could see is not coming away with the win. So it's a hard pill to swallow. With progress and consistency, I'm sure we'll get there.
And you know how I always do it, always bring in Ben Tini for his highs, even though he said it twice, but I'm sure he's got many more.
Okay. Hey, the highs are never ending. Like I said, like through my previous session we had, there's just so many different perspectives of the highs. And one thing to pull up as well was the setup. I loved how the merchant net was all done and it had all the lights set up with the rings and what do you call it? Medals that we all had that you guys did through. I think it was you guys who set it up, Charles, with those gold medals. Or I don't know what you call them. What's the actual name for it?
Just the medals.
Medals, yeah, medals. I didn't. I was just. I couldn't think of the
You got
name,
it
so I
right
was
the
like,
first time.
oh, okay, it was great. The merchant, I'd love the whole setup and the lights, and I guess like back to the community uh, thing again. It just comes back to that community and connection again. So it was like definitely was a high for me, and seeing everyone get involved, fulfilling all their roles. The people doing, the cameraing, people who are like trying to get certain shots with the athletes and the entrance walks as well. It's just a whole buzz to seeing everyone, you know, filling in their duties, even with the ones who weren't even meant to be doing anything, but volunteering, you know, um, filling in some roles. So it was a buzz, man. It definitely was a high factor for me.
Awesome. And now on to me. So again, my new high is being able to work with Kieran to put on this event. He was easygoing. Like I said, there was no issues between me and him. And the way he presented the events, making it flowing as it went and smooth. And I know that Kieran put a lot of work and effort into it, so that was a good high for me. And then the other high is, like I said in the beginning, was still being able to do these events with the bro Ace. Even though he's not in my top 8, but I do appreciate him riffing every event that we go to. So, saying that, what else club has their own riff that you can like travel around with, and he can riff for you.
Uh,
There's brother
I'm
love
cool
right
as
there.
well,
That's
eh?
brother love right there.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm cool
those
referee.
that's always my highs. I got plenty of highs, so I want to keep doing highs and lows for every podcast I do. So that's it. That's the icebreaker done. You know how we roll, Ben. On to some questions for
Yep,
the lads, and I'll just freestyle.
let's go. Yeah, I was like, Kieran, I'm just gonna ask you a few questions. And so, what have you found? What have you found now from the event that's happened recently with our top 8? So how it was like with our first underground that we had. Have you noticed the difference in between those two events?
I think I just want to pick on the most important part was, as mentioned earlier, definitely about the setup. I did I definitely focus on the little things and the little details, which in some way made it, in my opinion, look a bit more professional. Um, you know, and the the positive feedback that I got from the community was just overwhelming. It was really nice, and the people that I didn't think that would enjoy watching the sport came up to me and said, "I didn't think that was going to be interesting, but that was effing interesting." So, fair to say, we picked up a few followers that day. Definitely, definitely a positive for the club moving forward, and that's been my whole motto since I started with the club, is to get it somewhere where the club is, um, can challenge on a national level, and also, can bring the best out of the boys by trying to provide um, events, fundraising events, so the boys can make a little bit of money, just to take a bit of financial load to travel to these events. That's been the biggest part of my journey in arm wrestling, and in the background, all the training, all that stuff. I saw that as I took it upon myself, um, just being able to give the boys the maximum output they can get, despite the weight difference. I didn't see it as I, I just smoke all of you. I don't, didn't get it to my head, but my focus was, okay, keep coming to training. That's, you're pulling against someone that's far more stronger than you. There's only one way you could go, and that's improving your progression and growing and becoming a bit more stronger puller. Um, and I'm not. This is not me saying that I'm the strongest, but that's kind of my motto. I'm walking into this whole situation, so it's definitely the changes. And to answer that question, the changes is, I think, it speaks for itself. So definitely the setup and the more professionalism. Sadly, the area that I live in, there's not a lot of Polynesians and not a lot of Maori brothers, Polynesian brothers that that are interested in stepping into sport. But there are a lot more. I'm just gonna say there's a lot more white people that has influence, and that's kind of I've just been riding off people's influence, and yeah, it's looking positive. I think we might have a reporter doing a report. One of the ladies that was there at the event is writing a report that go that she's an author. So yeah, definitely progress.
Nice.
Cool. I think that's quite interesting that you bring that up. As Sorry, Kieran, carry on. I must have just lost connection.
Yeah, I think you did too. But we do have my wife who commented saying the man himself, Kieran,
Dang it.
and our favorite ref, Ace.
Thanks, Steve.
I think everyone will love this one. Benjamin Bluedy, the ref is a ace hole.
Hater, hater.
Got him.
That bludger.
They must know their
Is
own
that one of your
language.
relations?
That's one
They
of
must know
Charles's
their own
relations.
language.
Come on, get him back, Ace. Get him back.
All right.
I got a more question, Spin.
Yeah, definitely. I just cut out on that. I was just going to re-emphasize on what Kieran was saying. But are we moving back on? Are we moving on with Ace moment?
Yep,
Just
you
knock the
got questions
questions
for
out
Ace?
and move on to Ace.
Okay, okay, cool. Ace. So Ace. So how did you find? Did you? How did you find riffing from the last event that you did with the Savage Stallions for almost 4.5 hours? I thought it was incredible. What did you gain a lot of experience with that, and was there a lot of detail that you were able to carry over with the riffing that you did with the current top eight riffing that you done?
Yeah, it was the I think there was a lot more energy with the Savage Stallion day, so um the boys were way more hyped, I think there was so many like more fouls than what we had just in our event with Wellington. Like this event was easy. I took a lot away from the other event, and yeah, the boys, they listened, all the pullers listened, they used their ears and they just made it way easier for me. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, I'd seen that, and it seemed like you had way more confidence too. Like I thought it was quite interesting too with these guys having to. I think was our prelim or just our pre. What do you call it? What's the name of what was it that we done prior to it? We had like a little gathering and I was just sorting out what the rules in that were.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
I
just
think at the
going over the
start,
ref
yeah.
rules and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was quite interesting that you brought up that point about elbow fouls and how we'll carry it on just like a running foul, no stopping,
Mm.
keep that momentum going. I thought that was a good factor because I haven't seen anything like that happen in New Zealand, so it was quite interesting to apply those uh, rules anyway. I thought it was quite an
Mm.
interesting point. Um, did you find any? So you didn't find any difficulty or any hard decisions that you had to make within the 8-9 matches that we had?
Nah, that was crazy, bro. Had good down refs too. Yourself and Tyrone, bro, you fellas were good. You guys make it easier. Make it way easier. But nah, it was easy, bro. I'll do it all over again any day.
And I love refereeing as well, so you know if we could do the same thing, that would be mean.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're like the on-call referee.
And just on those micro fouls we were talking about, um, the audience likes to see a battle, and us doing that on that day, that's all we got. Every pool was a battle, and I think those just those little micro fouls, you don't need unless they're gaining an advantage on their end, you don't need to really call them. I think just yeah, let's leave all the good rules for nationals.
And
Yep.
like it's not I just go back on you, Ace. A lot of people can't, you know, distinguish that or even have the awareness because sometimes people might just call it as it is and go, "Oh, cool, let's stop
Yeah,
this." There's an elbow fire right there. When it's when both of the guys are battling out in the you know intense moment, it usually gets ruined. But it's
yeah,
quite interesting that you're able to decipher that and be like, nah. Because I find a lot of people find it hard to see that where you could just see that in that very moment. It's like more instinct and a bit of experience behind you.
yeah.
I thought that was a interesting point.
Yep.
I was pretty surprised as well. I mean, just to add to what Ace was saying, I didn't expect you to say yes when I said, "Can we start on the hook?" So like, right then, I was blown up. I was like, "Oh, I'll just try my inside, see if I got anything there." And you
Yeah.
say, "Yep," it's like, "Okay, sweet." So it's those kind of stuff. Yeah,
Mm.
it's definitely it makes it flow a lot easier.
The pullers are happy. I'm happy. All good. Let's go.
Yeah, and what we're trying to achieve in this in these top 8 events is cutting out all the the BS of people having those twinkle fingers, for 15 minutes. No one wants to watch that. And all this like fairy tale slips. No one doesn't want to see that stuff. We just want to see war. You know what I mean? So that's what we're trying to achieve. Make it more entertaining for the crowd, and hopefully bring in more viewers, more people we haven't seen arm wrestling interested in arm wrestling. So yeah, I actually thought it was a good collab between our club and your club, and it's going to be a continuous collaboration. So I'm happy to do it.
Watch
A
this
yearly
space,
thing.
brother.
Yeah, for sure. Also, okay, I'm just going to do this random questions all of a sudden, but this is pretty much for Kieran. For myself, trying to organize events and all that. There's a lot of sacrifices, and nobody knows what. Not even our team, your team members understand what we have to put up or go through to make these events happen for them. And some of them just think they can just turn up, and yeah, let's just pull and da da da, but not knowing the sacrifice we actually put into these events, and and how it affects our families in the background, um and yourself, because you got your work, you got kids, you got your wife, and then you're trying to do an event. And I know it's quite hard, and there's a lot of people who don't see that. So I'll pass the mic to you, Kieran, and you can just tell us what your sacrifices, and what you had to
Yeah, I
go
think
through
you.
just to do this.
Yeah, thank you, brother. I think you've said it all, bro. You said the two words that are most important to me: family and sacrifice. And if I couldn't have done it without my family, the thing was they saw my passion to, get a bit of exposure for the club. They saw it, and they all just jumped behind me and just backed me all the way. And that was my driving point. That was a driving force behind everything. If I didn't have that, I think I would have left arm wrestling probably 2 years ago. So yeah, I give all credit to my family. There is an addition to that, also seeing the boys regularly on during the week. That too gives me a bit of motivation. Some weekends it saddens me when I don't see too much at the trainings, but there are some, the certain few that are very consistent, and I just want to give credit to all of them because they don't realize how much that keeps motivating me to do more for the club and just get a bit of exposure. Because once that exposure comes through, it's just stuff like this. It's exact situation here when we're talking about it happens because other people. When I'm referencing to yourself, Charles, and when you see, okay, this club has it has the mindset. This club, um, despite being not being able to, well, being the only person doing all the organizing. It's these are the fruits of your labor when we have in situations like this. So I give I also give back credit to yourself, and I really really want to say I really appreciate it that you see the potential in the club, and I see the potential in what you're doing, and what you're doing is it's amazing for the sport in general. I think this is the important part about the sport. A lot of the times there are new people that attend these events. There are financial sacrifices that come with it.
Yeah.
They'll go to it. They may not will walk away with something, but it's these things that they always remember. They remember, the costs involved going to these things. But when we present it in a way that it encourages a lot of people to come through and stick it out. So a perfect example is I had 3 guys that was gonna make it to Auckland champs. Now I think I've got 6 of that
Wow,
number.
that's
So
good.
yeah, it's just it's been a very interesting journey. It's been fun at the same time. Definitely thank my boys, and keep coming, keep showing up, boys. I know sometimes I'm not easy to deal with, but your consistency will show. And I think I mentioned this to one of the. Actually, I put this on the group chat. I said it starts with consistency and um, not being afraid to compete. So yeah, and I'll leave that. I'll leave that to the boys. But yes, it's been an interesting journey. The struggles have been real. I wouldn't have been able to do it without my family. It's definitely they see the passion. I think of these things, and they're behind me. So, like yourself, you've got a great team behind you. Hats off to you and your team. I love the respect that I see within your club. It's very admirable. So, thank you, Charles. I really appreciate this opportunity.
No, appreciate that, and it's good to hear it from you because, like I said, like no one hears it from you or hears it from or sees what we actually try to do and try to achieve just to put on a show for them and for their families and they forget to say thank you. You know what I mean? Then and sometimes it's pretty hard not hearing it, but then you just take it as it is. So no, I appreciate your hard work, Kieran, and like I said, I saw it there on the weekend. I appreciate all your members and the competitors that came down, families who came to support. I do appreciate you guys all, and also the same questions for Ace because he is the backbone, one of my backbones in the club, and when we organize our events and all the many fundraisings we do, Ace and his family are always there and always the ones who always put up the hands. And I know it's hard for Ace because he's got 8 kids, so the bro
Six,
sacrificed.
bro.
Oh,
Oh,
That
wow.
6.
was not needed.
Oh, I mean,
But
yeah. My bad.
Because you're
I
eight,
see
because
I see
I
what
was,
you're
I
trying
was
to
including
imply. The
myself. I
sacrifice.
was including myself. Sorry, I still consider myself as one of Ace's kids.
Damn.
Sorry, no rewind.
Yeah. So yeah, just all his. Let's hear about all his sacrifices and what what he went through, and also dealing with me. So
let's hear it.
that's
Let's hear
that's probably the hardest dealing with this fella. Nah, it's
I
like
dealt with them on the weekend.
yeah, bro. Now, like Kieran said, just having the family, the family's the biggest support. That's all I need to hear is my family's or have as the family support. Um, I started out arm wrestling, but I have to deal with a couple of issues first, and then hopefully I'll be back. Hopefully be back this year. But other than that, nah, just family. Family's a big thing for me.
I heard the word rematch.
Oh yeah, me and Ben already we've talked about it. We're
Damn
gonna
it!
run it back. We're gonna run it back next year. I think. I think next year
Yeah.
we do this again because I think this is gonna be an annual thing. So we'll run it back.
I'm keen, my bro. I'm keen on that.
Important things, my brother.
Yeah, that's right. But nah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. All good.
Ace, we got a comment from who was it? Benji Puiri.
what
Charles'
are you
He
cousin.
saying
said,
now?
Backbone of pain in my back."
It's all right. I'll deal with them later.
Oh, are you driving there? Are you?
You're with my Bacardi.
All right.
Oh,
No, it's good to hear that, and it's good to that Kieran and Ace gets to share those type of things that people need to hear, and also our members, and yeah. Um, what? So another random question is, what was your fella's favorite match of the day? Do you guys have any highlights of a match that you guys can think of from top of your head? Especially Ace, since he was the bung eye of the table. What was your favorite match, Ace?
Bro, my favorite match.
You want to be?
Ah,
And I can see if I can pull it up or find them.
now my favorite match was Ross and Tians. That was because that set the bar for the day, bro. And then after that, all of them were bangers. So I think that was a good match. That one.
Yes, I do agree with that. I think we spoke on yesterday's podcast how they just just showed that survival mode and just pushing it to their limits. You can see them, heads down on their knees, praying. So
Russ,
yeah,
Lord,
no,
give
no,
me
that was
strength.
a highlight one. So, and for you, Kieran, what was your
I think the absolute banger for me was Tyrone and Dan.
Tyrone and
That's
Dan?
yeah.
Yeah, because that's.
Do you want to talk more onto it?
I see Tyrone as this. He's he's probably gonna hate this, but I see him as like my. He's one of the boys. He's one of my close mates, and to see him succeed, I think there was a lot of doubt going into it from the beginning, and then I was
For
like,
sure.
brother, you got this, you got this. And yeah, seeing the proudness in his eyes. So he he trains hard, that boy. Although he works in the mines. He's actually been on a bit of a cut before the event. I think some of you may have noticed he lost a bit of weight. I think,
Yeah, I think you were saying he's about 80 kgs now or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the commitment the guy does. Gives to the sport. He commits because he wants to go under 80, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
Ben. He wants to
No,
go
you're right.
align himself to all nationals for under 80. And I was just, oh, are you sure this is the right thing to do? You don't want to lose too much weight. That was my mindset to it. But he had had a long-term plans. So yeah, I, I wish Tyrone all the very best, and that was my best match of the day.
Yeah, yeah. I could see the when he had Well, if everyone doesn't know about Dan, Dan is actually sitting on oceanic rankings at left and right hand number one, and for Tyron to beat him on the left, I can see he was so excited. So props to the bro for training hard and beating Dan. Yeah, it was real
No,
impressive.
he's got so right.
Um, Ben, do you have any? What was your favorite match of the day?
There's a case in there.
Uh,
Leave it.
can I pick two?
One of the two.
Can you share? Can you
Honestly,
share one today and one tomorrow? No.
yeah. Okay. Well, I'd say the one that caught me the most was going back to Dan and Tyrone, and I only say that obviously Tien and Ross, that was the bang of the show. That like built the foundation of the
Yeah,
move, and
you can
everything.
actually see that right here
Amazing.
in this clip here. Tyron when he pins Dan, just him celebrating like so happy. Where is it? Oh fuck, can't get it. But carry on. Sorry. Oh, come again.
Well, I won't give away all the details, but I've been speaking to Tyrone prior to his match coming up. That just passed by. But like most of the conversation was, man. you're pulling Dan. He's like, "Oh no, I'm just gonna get smashed. I don't know." And I was just, the confidence wasn't quite there, but it was just reassuring him, that he had a chance to win. And it was just hearing encouragement from Kieran, so Starkeys and myself and everyone else who was involved encouraging him. There was like a build up for it. So when that moment came on the table, I just remember all of our conversations that we had compiled together and just seeing that moment on the table. So it made it more meaningful in a way. So
Yeah.
yeah, so when I did see him, I could see him utilizing all the techniques, the setup from pronation to rising, just this whole stance. And I did encourage him because I've had experience pulling with Dan on the left a few years ago. On the right, he kicked my ass, but on the left, it was a little bit of a different story. So I was like, "Hey, Tyrone, you definitely will have a chance going into it." But it wasn't until they slipped and then got into the strap that he realized. And so that was a pinnacle for me because I knew what he could do and what that potential was inside of him to break out in that battle. So just the whole thing from beginning to the end of that match was definitely my favorite by far.
Nice. Oh, we got a question from Viet, our merch from NZ Trophy. Ace looks like a statue. You got to move around, bro.
Bro, pick on Ace not tonight, is it? Holy.
Yeah,
Oh,
is it quarter
oh
bedtime?
my goodness. Damn.
Well, yeah, I think that's we can call it the nighter from here. Unless we got
Yeah.
what's our wrap up questions? You got any wrap up questions that we can end with?
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you too, because there's a few other comments. There's a few people who have commented in between, but I wasn't too sure whether you wanted to read those comments out. Can you see all the comments on message, your message
Uh
icon at the bottom?
yeah. Um, what's some interesting comments really?
There was one that came from Phil Hitaraka
Oh yeah, Billy.
Lokini. Yeah. He said, question for all four, if there is anyone who could have a super match with who would it be and why?
Okay, let's kick it off with Kieran. I'm actually curious who's on the radar for you. Your next radar, because you've already you were the main event of the card. But we'll talk about that when you come back next on with Woods. But yeah, who is on your
Yeah.
radar? People want to know. Prap, 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 prap.
Well, it's always I never try to reach too far ahead. So my radar is your boy. But
Oh, you hear that, Woods? That's good. That's good.
You're next.
Woods is one strong dude
we'll rerun it. We'll rerun it, brother.
for sure.
Make
For
it
sure.
there's some stem cells in there.
And
The
and
old elbow.
I think we already know who Ace has already chosen. He's chosen Ben because he lost the ring. So okay, so let's talk about the bloody the past or how this all became. It was last year, correct? The super matches.
Mm.
So last year there was 4 of us that got invited to the Wellington's first comp, and we were lucky to be in a super match for 4 rings. Our team got 3 of those rings, but the 4th one, Ace had lost. So he's been a bit salty about that for like a whole year now. So
Hey.
hey, oh Ben, can you say that ring, Ben? I know you got it on your hand. Yeah.
I just wear brazen. I just wear brazen around.
So yeah,
Hey, a good You go, John.
Yeah, so Ace is Ben still on? We know that Ben's on your radar, but do you have anyone else?
Nah. My goal is to probably just hang around the bottom of our club rankings so I can, put a turret up the boys' ass to, start trying to come through. Keep them climbing, hopefully.
Mm.
And do more riffing.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say, yeah, nah, I'm just gonna stick to riffing.
And that's because I won't be competing this year. I'll still be at the table, but just not as a competitor.
Yeah.
Right.
But when Ace does come back, he's gonna come back strong, guys.
Yep.
I say it here. So, and Ben, for you,
Well, it's the inevitable with Ace, so we've got to hang that. So I'm definitely hanging that one up until next year. For this year, ooh, man, dang it. If I think of my weight category, there's a few guys, but uh, it's really hard to answer because there's a few guys I have to get through nationals. But
I can guess
would
one.
you say in terms of
Kieran's got one.
you go?
I
Okay,
can
go.
guess one for Ben.
He must.
I think
Ben
he
must
wants a
already talked
rematch
about
with
it.
Jack.
Jack Lawrence. That'll be a huge one. Do
That'll be
you
a good one.
reckon you can take Jack Lawrence, Ben?
No comment.
Just say yes. Yeah, that's what you say.
I gotta keep it humble, man.
That's what you say in a high voice. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people in the weight cut. That's one of the guys I'd love to face again, rematch. But there's the likes of guys like Dre, and then we've got Mark Makem, and I think those are like, and then you got Finn Leonard, if I pronounced his name right. So those are like the top four guys at the moment that I'll be going up against.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously it'd be nice to have a win against Jack. That'd be like the ultimate goal, and I think that's what every 90 kilo and under 95 or under 90 kilo person's goal is to strive to get that match and to have a win on him. That'd be like a dream. But I definitely have to go through those guys. So the what do you call it? The four-eyed blue dragon. The blue dragons I got to get through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then,
that would be ultimately.
What about the question for you? What, you gonna answer that
so
question?
for me, what's on my radar? Everyone wants to know who's on my radar. To be honest, is no one's on my radar. This whole year, like I said, I'm more focused in my team, in my members, in my club members.
Right.
I want to push them as far and reach their goals. I've done it for 10 years, and I feel like I haven't succeeded to get my goals. So, 10 years is a long time to chase my goal, but I think it's time to just pass the torch to the up and coming gyms. That's why we're doing top 8. I want to find those hidden gyms around Auckland and New Zealand and showcase them on a podcast that I just came up 2 days ago, just from randomness, because I'm just a random guy, and my team knows it, and I think Kieran actually he sees it too now. But yeah, that's me. Like I said, I'm not chasing anyone this year, and I'm just all in with my team, my club. They're my first priority, and those who I've collabed with: Savage Stallions, Wellington, and Gold Coast Powerhouse. So, and the Tahiti guys who we are actually collabing with too. So, everyone who I collab with is I'm gonna put 100% into them. So that's my goal, and that's what I'm chasing is collabs.
As the brother was saying, we start as a team.
Yeah,
and
and
we
we end as
finish
a
as
team.
a team.
Perfect. All
It's a
right.
good closing.
And
I haven't.
That's
oh,
quoting Ross.
Ross, yes, that quote is from Ross, Unit 685. He was on yesterday's podcast. But thank you guys for coming. Appreciate your
Also,
time and your sacrifices, Ace and Kieran. You know all the sacrifice you guys put into your clubs. We do appreciate it, and I do see it. And yeah, just want to thank you two for doing that for your clubs, and we appreciate you.
Appreciate you guys having us on board.
Alrighty.
Have a
Then
good
we
rest of the
will
week, brothers.
see you guys on the next episode of